Good morning, everyone. Dan Goyette here, your host for the Hypnoworld Podcast Magazine. I almost said the old one, but I made it. I pulled it off. I got it out right. So today we are going to be talking with some really good people, just seeing if we are live where we're supposed to be live. And hopefully we are, and we are live. So right now, today on Hypnoworld Magazine, we are live. That's not particularly where we're supposed to be live, but okay. We are talking today with Sean and Melanie McCool from the Hypnosis Education Association and HypnoBiz in a Box. We're going to be breaking down their latest virtual conference, and they're in the waiting room right now. So without any further ado, we are going to bring them on. Hey, Sean, Melanie, how are you guys doing today?
Hey,
doing
Dan,
all right,
doing
Dan.
great, man.
Good to see you.
All righty. Yeah. So we are live on a different site. But that's okay. We are on our Hypnoworld Magazine right at the moment. I'm not sure why, because I had this slated to be on something else, but that's okay. But we're on the magazine page, so let's go with it, right?
All right, we'll have to share.
So, you know what? We are supposed to be on the never mind. I am ahead of myself. There's an announcement coming at 1:00. So we are supposed to be on the Hypnoworld Magazine page. I got it together. Swear, you guys are laughing at me. I do too much, and my head gets all turned around.
I hear you. You're a ready, fire, aim person like me, Dan. I get it.
Yes.
You guys drive me crazy.
I can't help it, Sean. I've been, ever since I met you, you've just looked at me like this.
Well, I may be a man of action, but I like to plan first.
Hey, you know what? You're her Heather, so that works out really well. But anyways, I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I'm always working on the weekends when those conferences come about, because I'm still doing a little bit of emergency medical stuff, keeping my license and skills up. And that's when I do it, is on the weekends. You would think I would want to do it when it's not on a weekend, but I kind of chose that myself. And so, but it looked like it went great. I saw some of the posts they put up and just went great. So yeah, let's break it down. Let's talk about it.
Well, I just want to first of all say it went so well.
So well, you know us as far as marketing and stuff like that, right? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So this is funny. This is really funny because we were so excited.
What part are you going to say? I was.
Okay. I was we forgot to do something.
Oh yeah, well we forgot to do something, but never mind that part. That was at the very end. But it went so well that I think we were both going, do we really have it all planned out and everything set up, and there's no glitches in the matrix with the emails or anything like that? Like, we actually did it. And Sean is normally he's a production guy, so he normally runs things and feels like he's really got to be on it, and he was even relaxed.
He was, and we had Michael Brody there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, and Tommy Joe Orlando and Grant, and we had no idea what they were going to be doing stage hypnosis comedy wise throughout. And
we just took our hands off that and figured the pros would know what they were doing. And I mean, there's a lot to say about what happened at the conference.
And that's what you can do when, because we know these people too. Yeah. So it's not like we, had just, found them out of the ethers and said, here you go. We met them and, trusted them and all that kind of stuff. So that part of it.
And so we just kind of took our hands off the wheel, and they did the coolest thing.
Yeah,
I think we may share this to the public because, we're not going to, all of the conference recordings are available to members who registered for the conference. So that's just part of what we do. But I think that we should give the magical 3 hypnotist on Zoom experience for public to see.
It was a trip. The 3 stage hypnotists hypnotized all the hypnotherapists.
And they did it, and they did a handoff. Like when you hear any of our voices, you will do. And they did the handoff. They just did it. It was so,
and it was filled with humor too.
Yeah,
so it was very. Yeah, it was unique.
It was really, really well done. But even that, just like going, what are they going to do? Well, we don't know what they're going to say. We don't. I mean, it's like, you know what? It's like we're just going to trust, and we did, and that went better than we could have imagined, right?
Oh yeah.
And not just them. I mean, everything. You always wonder, is somebody going to go over, or are they, are weirdos going to take over the screen? I don't know. You think of all the things that can happen on a Zoom conference, right? But it went great. It was fabulous.
Is Dan going to show up?
Dan never shows up. He's always somewhere he's not supposed to be. He doesn't even know where his video is supposed to be playing at this moment in his life, really. I
thought this was the Hypnoworld Magazine.
It is, and we are in the right spot, I swear. Cool. I have something else going on today, and I was looking at the wrong, video page, and I'm thinking, why isn't it playing? Well, it's on the Hypnoworld, and then I realized to myself, dude, this is the magazine. You are doing all of that. So, this is one of those great things. And I'm going to put up the QR code for the Hypnosis Educational Association. If you guys want to check that out, scan the code, go to it, check it out. It is just amazing. So hopefully she's checking it out.
Look at the screen with the QR code, folks.
Yeah.
Link. I don't know what you got. How do you have a preview link? You're amazing.
So yes, well, it's just something. It's we pride ourselves on service over here at Hypnoworld Magazine, there, young man. We hope to get you there where we need to get. And I know that this has something that has grown since you guys have been at the helm. So, which is, I know that Sean is the vice president and Melanie is the president of it. So that I've seen it grow since you guys took it over, and that's just really great. So,
and just to be clear, I was trying to see if I can't chat here myself. Bummer. We were voted in. So it's a not-for-profit formed in 1998, because some people seem that they've not seen it before, so I think it's new. It's a not-for-profit, started in 1998. It's been you would think of it as like a Florida boutique association until we were voted in a couple years back as the president and vice president by the board. And it was really it was kind of a spiritual moment. Okay. So my mentors, two of my instructors, invited me to come to the conference, which I go to because it's local. And they had a board meeting where they were going to be voting in the new, president and vice president. And they were talking about the things that they wanted to accomplish. And Sean and I have a mission. Our mission is to help hypnosis be better understood and more utilized by the general public, and to help hypnotists be properly compensated for the profound work that we do. So this is our mission, right? So we walk in there as co-founders of HypnoBiz in a Box, and of course, I own MindWorks Hypnotherapy. Go in there with this mission, and they're saying what they want to accomplish with Hypnosis Education Association. And we're sitting here looking at each other going, we have the platform. We have the team to help. We should really do this. Should we do do we have time to do this? We don't have time to do this.
And that's what I kept saying. I was like, listen, because at that time, HypnoBiz in a Box was sort of in its infancy.
Yeah.
We've gotten through all the beta testing, all that. Yeah. But I still, wanted to have focus over here. And, that being a not-for-profit organization, it
meant volunteer. It means volunteer.
Right. Which is fine. But we muscle tested.
And we basically said, and I thought to myself, if we say that's our mission, and here Spirit is saying, you say it's your mission, we're handing you a not-for-profit. Prove it. I was like, oh my God, we got to do this thing. We really got to do this thing. So that was the
best decision
ever.
One of the best business decisions I've ever made. And I know that sounds weird, but I didn't know I was making a business decision at the time. But these two organizations couldn't align better. I mean, Absolutely. One covers the clinical, the practice, the modalities, the CEUs and all that. And the Hypno-Biz in a Box supports the people in business so that they can keep doing what they're doing. So it's just like,
it works.
So
great.
Yeah. Which is really, I know Tommy Girolando has been working with you guys, and he's had great things to say about it. Just because
Tommy just sent a DM that made me cry.
It's true.
just moments ago. I'm serious. Just like 10 minutes before we came on here, he had sent something saying thank you, and I was just, I just teared up because the way he said it and everything.
So yeah, well. The one thing that, I think that differentiates, and, here we go, shameless plug for Hypno-Biz in a Box, is that you guys have not just a motivational plan, but an actual business plan. I mean, you work the client through it, and you and I both have talked about this. Sean and I have talked about this. Melanie and I have talked about this. You see a lot of quote unquote business coaches. And they're just like, oh, I'm going to motivate you to make money. And that's their whole thing. I'm going to motivate you and we're going to manifest it. And I'm not going to come down on manifesting, but, motivation and manifestation, it doesn't really get it done if you don't have a clear cut plan. Here's step 1, here's step 2, do this, don't do that. Here's some advice. And you guys have that. So,
we do. We not only have the software, we have a training for our subscribers called the Hypno-Biz Success Blueprint. And it's a 90-day roadmap. I mean, they can do it a lot faster than 90 days. But it's the exact roadmap I use to build my practice from 0 to 6 figures in a first year. And then the same foundations I use to scale to multiple 6 figures. So I give them that. And the training to do it. And
it aligns, for most, it aligns very well with the coaches that they are working with, especially if they're working with coaches that understand the hypnosis space, the practice and, the community involved in it. So we partner up with business coaches to help support their students. So
if they understand the hypnosis space.
They understand the hypnosis space.
That's another reason why we're here, is because there's so many coaches who are business coaches who try to tell hypnotists how to do the thing, but they don't understand what we do. They don't understand the nuances of the best way to market.
And it is different between coaches and hypnotherapists or therapists and hypnotherapists.
They're different. It is. It's very
different animals.
Some things can be, extrapolated, and other ones like just no, you can't. We don't do things that way. So anyway, we understand it because I'm a hypnotherapist, and I'm a sales and marketing digital marketer for 25 years now. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
And to kind of bring into the back into the loop on the Hypnosis Education Association's conference that we just had.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why things are growing. I know that it is one of the reasons why. It's because the HEA has the platform to work on, and also able to get the word out about the events. And
there's no way we could have run that.
I even said that during the conference. I was like, we were sitting here, I just realized, there's no way we could be sitting here for a whole weekend if we didn't have the system working for both our hypnosis practice and Hypno-Biz in a Box and HEA, right? And HEA. So because while we're sitting here, all the automations and stuff are still going off. People are signing up for, to get the ticket to come in. I mean, like literally during the event.
And making it in.
And we didn't have to touch anything. Just away.
And people were over here opting into our new course.
Excellent.
And getting back and forth with it was cool. It was all cool to watch all at the same time. I was sitting here going, yay, I love you. And I love every presenter. I just have to say, again, I know last year, Dan, you were there, and it was just wasn't it just brilliant?
No.
The quality of the people. And
I thought you were, so I was saying I was brilliant. And I'm like, no, I'm never brilliant.
No, really, your presentation really
come on now, man.
It touched me, talking about heart conditions. And I mean, it was really powerful. And that's how I felt about every speaker last year. And this year, again, I mean, and then this time we had panels at the end of each day. And we had what we're going to think of as the OGs, right, on the panels. And that was just so cool to watch. I mean, we wrapped up the conference like sitting here going, I love all these people. Are we lucky to be
It's like, I love him.
Are we lucky we get to spend all this time with these folks?
But the story of this event started way before the event itself. When we knew we had an annual event coming up, you know what this is like, and what's the theme going to be? And every Thursday, I am on Zoom with hypnotherapists from all over the world, spending about 20 minutes with them and just finding out who they are, why they're doing what they're doing, where they're going with things, how we can help support them in HEA and HBB. And through those...
Networker extraordinaire.
I love meeting. I love
So
people. I love having conversation and meeting people and finding about who they are and what makes them tick and that kind of thing. But one of these conversations, Jeff Broomfield was on with me. And if you haven't met him yet, he's a very cool dude. And we were talking.
Dan's met him. For anybody else.
Anybody else who haven't met him.
if you haven't met the Big Lebowski.
Yeah, so he and I were having one of these conversations, and he was telling me about a protocol, his Inside Out, and how it was kind of about, unwinding things. And I'm like, unwinding. And then he said, unhypnotized. And I was like, oh, hold, stop. I said, I think that's good. I think that's the theme. and seriously, it just happened right then and there. And we had him as one of the speakers, and brilliant presentation. But it was really, really cool the way it was lined up each day with a keynote speaker at the top. We chopped it up in half. So, get unhypnotized. It's about the external influences and the internal influences, about how we do get hypnotized. So the first day was about external. Second day, it was about internal. So our first keynote was Patricia Scott, and she talked about the external influences. And then it just flowed from there through each presentation until we got to lunch. And then the silly, happy, the fun stuff popped in.
So cool.
And then we wrapped up, like what Melanie said, each day. We brought back the keynote speaker to participate in a panel discussion along with some other OGs. And those conversations, Cheryl Ellman came up with those questions. Freaking brilliant. She's so sharp. I love Cheryl. And anyway, you'll see.
She was our co-host.
She was our co-host. And you'll see us doing some more things together, because we just talked about that the other day. She's like, we're kicking around a few ideas. So yeah.
Awesome. So and I looked at the posts and some of the videos, and this year, and I will say this, it's the elephant in the room, and I think we'll address that for real quick. You didn't have any cameras turned off. So, and that was great. We've all been to virtual conferences, and I've done them outside of hypnosis for entertainment and news and things. And it always seems like there's like 4 or 5 people that are there, but not there. Like they're muted and the camera's off. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? So,
well, we addressed that the first day. Cheryl was actually quick to say so. And we just asked them, when the speakers are here, they're looking at you like you're their audience in the room, the same as if we're
they need that energy,
and they need that energy. So, and actually, there were quite a few that didn't have their camera on, but we managed to get some screenshots with most of them. It went really well.
Excellent. So and that has always perplexed me when I would do a DJ conference or an entertainment conference, or I go to some of the news areas that I have to go to for that. And even on the hypnosis side, I always thought to myself, it's like, you want to be in the room, but you're not in the room. Be in the room,
Yeah. And the way Cheryl described it is like you're being in the room, but you got your back turned to the speaker. Would you really turn your chair around when you're there?
So, but now that you say it,
right.
I can just, the next time I'm doing a presentation, if Sean's in there, he's just going to turn the chair around. Take that, Mr. Weekend Guy. That's just the sense of humor between Sean and I. So who were? Well, so name off some of the presenters that were there this year.
Yeah.
I know that Pat was there, and Mike was there, Brody and Grant Saunders and Jeff Bloomfield. I always want to call him
Broomfield.
Broomfield. Yeah. I think. Well, I can share. Can I share my screen? I sure can I?
Yeah, I think you can.
Cool.
Yeah. We'll show you.
I'll show you.
I'll show you who's there.
Excellent. Yeah.
Look at that.
There they are, those beautiful people. So we had our keynotes, Patricia Scott and Frederick Mao.
Mm-hmm.
Frederick Mao.
He brought us
Blue Minds
poetry in the morning. It was so beautiful.
It was beautiful. And then we had Patty on the first day. Then we had Will Horton, Dr. Will Horton. He talked about some FBI, CIA, intel stuff. It was a trip.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's a fun guy, actor and everything too. So, and then Jody and Cormac. That was on the second day, wasn't it?
Yeah, they brought their. It's the
addiction.
SFTI. What does it mean?
I'm not sure exactly, but it's a new approach to helping addiction.
Yeah, so that's their new organization for training for addiction and with the trauma-informed addiction recovery.
Yes.
Oh, and Luke Michael Howard. Oh my God, I love this guy.
Yeah, and Karen Han had apparently never met him.
Right.
And
she's
messaging me going, "Where did you find this guy? He's my new favorite hypnotist." I was like,
"Oh, you should have seen.
I win."
He's a blast, man.
Yeah.
If you are remotely, snoozy during a conference and he comes on, you are no longer snoozing. I mean, he's changing the way that you signal him, and his transparency and his bold directness on everything is just awesome,
Yeah, Sean is he came to the very first Michigan conference, and I had met him somewhere else. I think I went up to the Canadian Hypnosis Conference.
Yeah.
When Joanne Eady I met him there. And
you're talking about Sean Michael Andrews.
No, Luke.
Okay.
Luke.
Oh, you meant Luke. Okay.
Luke. Did I say Sean?
He did. Okay. That's okay.
Wow. Luke. So Luke Howard. And it's always been kind of a fun, because you look at Luke and he's just a great guy. But the first few pictures of Luke and I are there. I'm in the suit and the blazer and the pants, and Luke is Luke. And they're like, "How are you guys hooking up and getting together and doing stuff?" So I'm like, "Well, it's Luke Howard. What else do you need to know?" But he really is great, and he's a genuine human being.
He's effective. He's an effective hypnotherapist that has just a unique way of doing things. And you know what? All of them do. Daniel Brown, phenomenal. I love him. Really, he's really an important player in this scene because he's on the rooftops, like how we talk about. You want to find your niche? Whatever's welling up in you, it makes you want to get on the rooftops and shout it out. Well, Daniel has found his he lives it, So,
oh yes.
If you haven't seen Daniel's presentation before or seen him before, highly recommend. Mm-hmm. Let's see, we're looking at
that would be then we had Jeff,
Jeff Broomfield, and we had Doc Hypnosis.
Yeah, and his wife.
And they talked about anarchy hypnosis, which
Have you met Dr. Wheel?
Oh yes, yeah.
He and I. Dr. Wheel. I'm sorry, it's Dr. Deal.
Yeah, what's the deal?
William and I have met. We had Hypnothoughts, and we've talked. And he was gonna come to Michigan, but then had a family emergency and wasn't able to get there.
Yeah, I remember.
So, he just he's a fun guy to be around.
Him and his wife, they're just a great duo too. And he talked about anarchy hypnosis, which. It's a great scroll stopper, that's for sure. I remember my daughter saw his book, and she's like, "Oh, that's about hypnosis?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's
you should hand it to her.
She's always not been interested in that. When she saw that, she kind of tilted her head. It's like,
all right.
Yeah, and then we had Susie Day.
Oh yes,
she's a friend from IACT and NAF. We're gonna get to see her this weekend.
Yeah.
She did a process
with
us,
energetic borders,
mm-hmm. and put us all into trance with her own little weird thing, which is always fun. I think most people hypnotize us a little bit.
I think we got a little bit from everybody,
almost everybody.
I can't think of anybody we didn't.
Yeah.
And then Sean Michael Andrews,
the world's fastest hypnotist.
Well, not just that, but he's kind of the one that brought
Cheryl Ellman.
The Ellman.
Oh yeah.
Family back into the hypnosis space by getting Cheryl's hand stuck to her head. And that's what kind of sold her.
So absolutely. Sean, I took 2000 2016, I think, or was it 15? But either way, I went through his whole street hypnosis course, and way back when, just because I thought, well, that's going to be fun, and so I did that, and it was great. He's a great hypnotist, very, very fast. And he said, you know what? I got that website, and he looked at it and said that nobody had taken it, so I'm taking it. World's fastest hypnotist.
Right. Yeah. We talked about that a bit too.
So yeah. So what's next for the conference?
We have our business summit would be next.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But I did want to mention, some of the panelists. We had Shelley Stockwell in the house, Art Emmerich, Kelly Talixon, Beryl Komar, Karen Hand, Dr. Bruce Kolaski, Wes Rocky, and Peter Blum. I mean, and these were all part of the panel discussions. And I'm telling you,
if you put all those years together, we probably have,
you got like 300 probably.
If not more.
Been in it for 50 years.
Yeah, probably 300 years of experience. And those were people on the panelists. Now, come on. I'm telling you, I feel like a baby hypnotist when I'm, and here I am, the president of the association. I'm like, these people are amazing. That's how I feel as we're running it. Yeah.
You know what? Some people look to be leaders and others have leadership thrust upon them. So that's my experience. That's what I can say. Because I will honestly, you guys both know, I never know what I'm doing is right or wrong until I'm done doing it, which is a sad way to run your business.
Well, you could have advisors. There's some people who run things.
I know. They're like, don't do that. Okay, he did it. What's happening? I think his computer's on fire. I'm not sure. So I joke about that. That actually happened once. Working, and all of a sudden, it just started smoking. One of the towers I had just smoked, and I had to. Yeah, I'm like,
you're reminding me of something. I used to DJ, and my brother and I got these new pair of speakers and amp and everything, and we were just, we were pumping. We was at a college party thing, right? And we got people coming up to, dude, man, your speakers are smoking. They're smoking. We're like, thanks, man. They're like, no, they're smoking. They were on fire.
Oh, wow.
I digress.
So, are you guys looking? Are you going to keep it virtual? Are you going to do it maybe in person, hybrid down the road in the future?
Well, first of all, got to state that the HEA is we're an elected board,
right?
And our first, before I even get there, our first, matter of business after the conference is to host. And I'm thinking we're going to do it 3 times in a row. Just what it means to be on the committee for the HEA. Because we need some more folks on. We're ready for more folks to come on, and we're going to elect a new president and VP next year. So there's that super important thing. So we've got to bring on the committee to be more involved this year, so that we can have that. Our goal for next year is to run our business summit virtually, run the conference virtually for the 3rd time, because our audience is growing. I mean, by the time the next, we'll be involved, but the next actual in-person conference comes into play in 2028, it'll be booming. But I'm leaking it again. I keep leaking the secret, but it has no dates or anything, but it's just too much fun. So what we are looking to do is to bring together hypnotists after the conference at the end of next year in Florida, palm trees, warmth, beautiful, for a retreat, an actual retreat, and I mean a retreat
for hypnotists.
So we will have some of our favorite people. And again, that's why we don't have dates, because we have to get them confirmed. Like, can you actually make it to come and do the experiences that they provide, but no training. Like, there'll be no sitting around and getting a protocol, No
going in and out of
rooms. It's literally, you're going into the room to go and experience the thing, and then you're going out by the pool and out to the beach and whatever it is that you're going to do.
And maybe there's a sound bath.
And maybe there's
a drum circle.
Maybe there's
some dancing.
There's lots of dancing.
Maybe there's some
singing.
Maybe
and
there's
playing.
some incense journey type stuff.
Yeah, I think maybe
there's magical people like Shelley Stockwell. If you see this, will you be here with us and do a cool real thing?
Maybe there's a stage hypnotist show.
There's definitely a stage hypnotist show. So
but this is what we're talking about.
So that's going to be our bringing people together before we, take off at being VP and president. It's an event for the organization, but less of you still can get CEUs for sitting into a master hypnotist magical experience. That's not a question, but less of the less conference and more retreat.
Awesome. I would suggest this.
Yes.
If you're looking to, move on or maybe do some other things, don't go on vacation about the time that they're going to elect the new president and vice president. Because we had a guy on the fire department. He was the president of the Michigan's Firemen's Association. He would go on vacation every year. We would all get together. All those in favor of aye.
They vote him back in.
They voted back in.
Voted him back in for a year until one day nobody knew he was there, and we went all favor. And he was like, "No," he stood up. And
you cannot vote me in. Right.
So, that's just my advice.
I think that happened to a few people at HEA before we should.
Well, I know that Patty, who was the president before, had told me she'd been president twice. I think Michael Watson had been president 3 times. That's the way it happened. Just kept going around. But we've got a lot of people. I'll just put it out there because, we are what we would think that the best person or people for the president and vice president would be people who have a mature business. Mm-hmm. So they're not trying to ramp up a business while they're doing this, because that conflict is, it's not something I would want to drag anybody's hypnosis practice down with. Somebody who has a mature business, who absolutely is standing on the rooftop wanting to, get the world to know what hypnosis is, because that's who we are and what we do. And I don't really have anything else besides that. Just have a mature business versus one that's being birthed. because even though we've got a lot of the back ends together for them to step into, it'll be a heck of a lot easier because we've done that, administration of automation and all that good stuff. Mm-hmm. There's still it's
hands-on.
It's hands-on.
I mean, both roles, president and VP. All in any of the any of those roles.
Awesome. Well, we're coming up on our time, guys, and we want to thank Sean and Melanie for being here today and just giving out such great information. And scan the code. I want to put it back up.
Oh, we want to share something with you.
It's actually.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
The steady clients.
Yeah, we actually that code takes them someplace odd. Let's just say hypnosiseducationassociation.com. Really long link, but that's the right it. hypnosiseducationassociation.com. And then we have, you want to give them steady clients?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. We got a present for you.
So
all right. If I can find it as fast as I can. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I got it. A gift from our sponsor. I'm just going to copy that. Where are we with Dan here? Here we go.
There we go.
I can't drop it in the chat. I could drop it. There is no chat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there should be a chat.
There's not.
Oh, okay.
She clicks.
Oh, look. Paulette says it. How come I can't chat with the live chat?
That's weird.
That is weird.
We want to chat. Can you? What happens if you press the key?
If I press private chat, I can give it to Dan.
Yeah, well, you can share it then, Dan.
Yeah.
If we give it to you in a private DM or chat.
Yeah, I don't know why. I cannot chat with the chat. Hey, Paulette.
Yeah, hey, Paulette. Hi, Paulette. So, but yeah, I will actually. So let's open.
Well, we'll find this stream on both the pages, and we will
say hey.
Say hey.
From feast to famine, fully booked. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. So let me go over here and let me go right there and watch the magic of this. So we put that and we say, so.
Hey,
Sean. I'm going to be contacting you, by the way. Sean and I had a conversation not too long ago. And anyway, I want to talk to him about a HypnoConnect.
Awesome.
So, and then we just save it and then we share from feast to famine. There's the QR code, guys. Be sure to scan that to check it out. I am a full service dude.
You're amazing.
I'm here for you.
We love you, Dan.
So much love.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Appreciate you.
Yeah. But all right. And hey, you guys, I always say this, and I mean it every time. I hope you all stay healthy, happy, and safe.